Hello everyone, my name is Abby Bliss White and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to do a full face of luxury favorites. I have pulled out some of my favorite goodies and I'm basically kind of doing a little inspiration look from this beautiful perfume. This was a Mother's Day gift and basically this pretty pink bottle and this peony based fragrance made me want to do sort of a feminine, pretty look inspired by this guy. So if you were interested in seeing how I got this look and want to learn more about this beauty, then let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so yes, I'm inspired by this beautiful bottle. This is one of my favorite perfumes from the Prive line, but I just got the special pink version. So was wanting to wear this today and thought I would do a little look sort of inspired by this beauty. So I am going to start with Clé de Peau, and this is the Radiant Fluid Foundation and I'm in the shade 010. So this is a beauty. Love this foundation. Want to do a little bit of a glow. Here's this. Pulling out some of my favorites that I have not worn in a while. So a little fun luxury. Get ready with me. With this, I'm going to take a little IT Cosmetics, my little brush here, and we are going to buff this into the skin. And it's going to give you kind of light to medium coverage and just kind of blur out any imperfections, but it's going to leave you with a really pretty glow and it looks very second skin. So that is why I like it. Okay, just kind of doing a little light little coverage here, but can you see it just gives you a pretty glow. It lets your skin peek through, but it is kind of giving me a little touch of coverage, which I like. Then next we're going to use the Radiant Concealer from Clé de Peau, and again this is another one of my favorites. Very hydrating, and you can use this all over your skin, especially if you are someone who is dry. It will give your skin a little lift. So if you don't feel like this gave you enough coverage, you always can put a little bit. I've got a little bit of a spot over here, so I'm gonna cover that up. A little bit around the nose. Oh my gosh, I've had the worst allergies ever. My eyes were completely swollen yesterday. It is just absolutely gorgeous here in Portland. All the flowers are blooming, but with all of that blooming, my allergies have just erupted. So just gonna kind of pat that in underneath the eyes. This always feels so wonderful underneath the eyes, so hydrating. Letting that kind of just sink in just a little bit. I will be setting it, and I'm going to set it with my personal kind of favorite loose powder. This is the SISLEY, and I have it in number 3 Rose Orient. I'm just taking a little bit of a fluffy brush here, and not going to use a lot of powder. I want to keep the glow going, but I do want to go ahead and set that. Next, we are going to be using the new Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush bronzer. I am going to give you a few swatches. I had someone wanting me to swatch my Tom Ford Terra and someone who wanted me to swatch my favorite SISLEY PHYTO Touche. So I will insert a picture in just a minute, but we'll go ahead and put this bronzer on. I think the brush is going to show up tomorrow, so I'm excited for that. But we'll just use this today. I really have been enjoying this. And so the difference I would say between some of my other bronzers, this is a true matte kind of bronzer versus I tend to have a lot of those kind of glowy ones. So this would be, to me, it's kind of reminding me of like my old Bobbi Brown bronzers that I really like, that were just a nice matte bronzer. And this is just a really good, when I'm finding that medium is just a really good color for my sort of light to medium skin tone. And we're even going to use a little bit on my eyes today as shadow. So just going to bronze up the skin. Okay, I'm going to use a little bit of this beautiful bronzer as sort of a base shade. So I'm just going to go in here. I'm using a Sonia G Worker 2, putting that on, and I'm just going to create a little bit of a crease. And then just kind of put a little bit of this color all over the lid. I love the big mirror that this comes with. Okay, next I'm going to be using Pangolin, and I haven't used this in a long time. I love these little single shadows, so pretty, and I like to just put them on with my finger, and this is just this sort of dusty lilac shade. So pretty, and I'm just gonna kind of place this all over my lid. For a nice little shimmery wash of color. Isn't that so pretty? It is just a lovely wash of color, nice in kind of a unique color as well. I just love that. And then I'm also going to insert a picture so you can see it a little bit more up close, but this is the new Charlotte Tilbury bronzer in medium. Then we've got Terra. This is Tom Ford in Terra. And then we've got the SISLEY, and this one is the PHYTO Touche Bronzing Gel Powder. This is the one I use a lot as setting powder. And I am hoping that you can see there's a little bit more of a glow factor in the SISLEY, but kind of along the same tones. So this one's going to be matte, and this one's going to have a little bit more of a glow factor in it. And then I pulled out the infamous Chanel Stylo U in Purple Chalk. This is absolutely one of my favorite eyeliners, and I had a few of you asking me, where has it gone? I have not worn it in a while, and I have been wearing it. I just don't know if I've used it on camera in a while. One of my favorites. This is just a really pretty purple toned, exactly called Purple Chalk. So gorgeous. And I'm gonna line my eyes with Purple Chalk. We're just doing a real simple look. Okay guys, just a super simple eye. I am going to go put on mascara, have my daughter clean up my brows because she's home, and then I will be back and we will finish with cheeks and lips. So I'll be right back. Okay, quick and easy eyeball, lashes on. So we cleaned up the brows. Then I'm going to be using one of my new favorites. This is the CHANTECAILLE Special Radiance Chic Cheek and Highlight Duo. I'm going to be using it in Rose today. Again, we're going to my inspiration here, and I'm going to be putting a little bit of that pretty vivid pink on my cheeks, and I really enjoy this. So it just goes on, and then you can see it's going to kind of melt into my skin. So don't worry if it looks a little bright. We will blend everything together. A little flush of color. Then I'm going to use this little highlight here. Ooh. Then for lips, I'm gonna pull out my Eau de Rose. This is the Chanel Coco Flash, just one of my favorite spring colors. Easy wear. And then we've got on this really pretty glossy little pink shade. This is in Eau de Rose. Love that. Okay, then I'm gonna take my SISLEY. This is the PHYTO Touche, and I kind of like to use this as a finishing powder, taking my big fluffy LUMINESCENT brush, and we're just gonna kind of give myself an all over glow. This big fluffy brush also kind of buffs in, like if there's any harsh lines, I just feel like it just kind of melds everything together. So just going to run that over my face, and then we've got a little bit of a glowy look going on. Then we'll finish off with fragrance of the day. Now, this was a Mother's Day gift. It is so pretty. So I previously had this fragrance, just not in the pretty pink bottle. So this one has just some pearlized pink. It is just so gorgeous. This is basically a peony fragrance, and peonies are one of my absolute favorite flowers ever. This is Pivoine Suzhou. I'm probably butchering that, but forgive me. So we're gonna put a little bit of this beauty on. So pretty, you guys. This one is a huge compliment getter. Every time I wear this, I get a compliment. So it's gonna start out with sort of a fruity note of mandarin, but don't worry, it's not like a totally sweet kind of fruity flavor. Then you're gonna get a little bit of pink pepper and raspberry. So again, just sort of some tart kind of fruits. The heart of this is the peony flower. So it's got a nice little floral dry down to it. It also has rose, amber, musk, and patchouli. But this is not a super strong fragrance. This is just a super soft, pretty, ultra feminine fragrance. I feel like the bottle really speaks to what it smells like inside. It's a bit girly. It is a bit feminine. So if you are looking for something that's kind of in that spring summer zone, if you love peony flowers, I think you may love this fragrance. So pretty, and of course the bottle itself is to die for. Okay guys, this is the final look from Full Face of Luxury Favorites, as well as topping off with one of my favorite beautiful little perfumes. So I hope you guys enjoyed this get ready with me as usual. I hope you guys are staying safe. I hope you're doing well, and I will be back with another video soon.